The king is finishing off his answer to the question from the vampire about the nature of the self. The self is considered to be of atomic nature because it is extremely subtle and intangible. Yet since the self alone is, it is the infinite, and it is the very root of the entire existence. It is formless, though it appears in all forms. This world appearance is but the flesh in which the truth, which is pure consciousness, is clothed. Vasishta continued, having heard this answer from the lips of the king, the vampire became silent and deeply contemplative. It forgot its great hunger and entered into profound meditation. This hunger is like the hunger of our cravings, of our addictions. It's what pulls us away from realization of our own nature. When we first turn the attention to itself, it can be quite a wonderful experience, having stumbled upon this. But after that, our inclinations take us away from it, and then we might just forget about it and get on with our usual stories, or we might try and come back to it, and this is where the spiritual struggle takes place. All the spiritual practitioner can do is keep coming back to this realization and transcend the struggle. You cannot do this if you feel that you're actually engaged in a struggle, because then you're setting up sides and you're missing the point. You're getting into some subtle storytelling here about the spiritual struggle. There's not actually any struggle. The extent to which you experience the struggle is the extent to which you're not actually established in the state of realization. So this is the interesting situation that we find ourselves in. This throws some interesting light on who we think we are. If we think we're getting caught up in notions of being a spiritual aspirant and all the rest of it, our cravings will show us otherwise. And then we have to really look into them from the position of self-inquiry. And with this effort, these cravings will eventually become undermined, and their hunger will be forgotten. Thus have I told you, O Ram, the tale of the vampire, which illustrates the truth concerning the subtle infinite consciousness. The universe is but an envelope or a veil of this consciousness, and it is rent asunder by a diligent inquiry into its real nature. It is in fact as real as the body, this is put in quotes, of the vampire. The vampire's just a story. Rama, expand the mind with the mind. Remain at peace within yourself, seeing the one infinite being in all. Like the king Bhagirath, you will achieve the impossible if you are able to remain firm in your knowledge of the truth, and if you engage yourself in appropriate action in a life characterized by effortless experiencing of the natural course of events. So it's about remaining firm in your knowledge of the truth, not from the point of view of hanging on to something, not from the point of view of hanging on to some notion of the truth, but through spiritual practice, which means at every opportunity turning the attention back on itself.